everybody, I'm here today to show you how to start driving in 5 minutes. In this video, I'll be going over a simple driving lesson and showing you the process for beginning to drive, for learning to drive, and I'm going to keep the video to around 5 minutes. I'm going to try to keep the video to around 5 minutes at least. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing that you want to do is get your seatbelt and put it on. So get your seatbelt and buckle up. The most important thing with regards to driving is safety. Then you want to start the vehicle. Put your foot on the brake pedal and either push the start button or turn the key to start the vehicle. When the engine is started, you'll be pretty much ready to drive. You want to let it warm up for maybe about 30 seconds, but it probably doesn't need long to warm up as long as it's a modern car. This vehicle is already started, so we're actually ready to drive. With your foot pressed down on the brake pedal, you're going to take the gear selector and you're going to push the gear selector button in or move it to the side to where you're able to shift, and you want to put it to the D, which is drive. The gear that says D is drive. Now that you're in drive, you're pretty much ready to move, but you have to make sure that your parking brake is also disengaged. This car has an electronic parking brake, which is currently engaged, so I'm going to turn it off. But if your car has a manual parking brake or a foot parking brake, you want to make sure that it is off, and then you're ready to drive. Now, I'm on a side street right now. There is no traffic. It is very early in the morning. There's like literally no traffic on the roads. So I would recommend starting in either a parking lot or in a side street, you know, with like basically no traffic at all. What you want to do is you want to start driving. So I'm going to pull away from the curb. I'm going to put my left signal on. I'm going to check my rear view mirror, my left side mirror, my left blind spot, and I'm going to steer the wheel slightly to the left to pull away from the curb, just like this. All right, now we are beginning to drive. I just basically pressed slightly on the accelerator pedal. Now, one of the things that beginner drivers do the most, one of the mistakes that they make, is pressing the accelerator pedal too hard. I want you to imagine that there's something breakable or fragile on that accelerator pedal, and you can't break that object with your foot. You have to be gentle with the accelerator pedal. Now I'm approaching a stop sign, so I'm going to push my foot down slightly on the brake pedal and just ease into the brake pedal. You don't want to just push it really hard like that. You want to ease into the brake pedal. Now we're going to turn, and I'll go over the basics of turning in just a moment, but you want to make sure the key factor, the two key factors for learning to drive properly, are safety and smoothness. You want to make sure your hands are at roughly the 10 and 2 position on the steering wheel, or the 9 and 3. It's kind of up to you and what is commonly accepted where you live. But with your hands on the wheel, you want to practice steering. So that means going around turns. That means veering right and left like this. Maybe you want to just veer to the right, veer to the left, right? You want to take a turn like this, do all of your safety checks, and then take a turn like this. Smooth. Now, you're gonna have to practice as much as you possibly can, okay? Driving is an art that happens and that comes with practice. If you don't practice, there's a good chance that you're not gonna learn how to drive quickly or effectively. You need to practice. So that means going on the side streets, you know, going in the parking lots and just practicing. You wanna practice the proper hand positioning, and then you wanna just practice being smooth. So right now I'm kind of just steering a little to the left and a little to the right, and I'll show you just the basics of making a turn right now. I'm approaching a stop sign. I'm gonna make a right turn, so I'm putting my right signal on. I'm gonna check my rear view mirror, my right side mirror, my right blind spot. Now I'm coming to a complete stop, checking the intersection. I'm checking left, straight, right, left again. I'm good to go. There's no pedestrians, no traffic. So check out what I'm gonna do with the wheel. This is an important aspect of driving. Releasing the brake pedal, slightly pressing the accelerator, and simultaneously turning the wheel, holding it in position, and then releasing it, just like that. Now, turning, and the reason that I chose to go over turning for this driving tutorial mainly and mostly is because when you're starting to drive, you know, I only have 5 minutes, so when you're starting to drive, one of the most crucial things is making a turn. I mean, drivers will learn how to accelerate and how to brake really quickly, but turns take a little more finesse. So that's why I figured that turning would be one of the key factors that I would go over in this driving lesson for showing you how to start driving in just 5 minutes. Now, the key, like I said, for starting to drive and learning to drive is practice. Go on those side streets at times and locations where there's basically no traffic. Go in those parking lots and practice as much as you can. If you literally spend an hour a day practicing your driving skills, in a matter of a few weeks, you'll be a great driver just because you're practicing. And it helps if you watch videos like this and you have people like, your driving instructor or a parent or whatever the case is telling you tips as you go along. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.